Hey there. So, today we are going to have a quite interesting video for you. Unfortunately, I am re-recording this in the kitchen after filming the rest of the video because, uh, once again, we've had a few audio issues. It does seem that every time I go from trying to use the mic on my phone to the external mic, I'm having some issues with the audio connections, so I apologize there. You will get some voiceover of me in the upcoming video, but I have had to cut and edit it a bit to make a bit more sense. So we are going to be cooking a venison steak and some twice baked potatoes with two different fillings. So stay with me and enjoy. Alright, so starting out, we're going to need 2 bowls and some potatoes. Now, these potatoes are quite hot. Basically, what I've done is I've gone ahead and microwaved them for. You're going to do this between 6 and 8 minutes, depending on how big the potatoes are, but basically make sure that they are cooked through and soft on the inside. You can do that just by testing them with your knife. Go ahead and slice them in half. Grab a spoon, and we're going to go ahead and hollow this out. And we want to keep all of that good inside potato, and we want to keep some, just a little bit, on the skin. And yes, I did mention the potatoes were hot, but I didn't follow my own advice in this. So, yeah, why not? So let's keep going here now and continue scooping out the potato. As I said, we want to leave a bit of a layer inside there to hold everything together, keep it steady. But get out what we can, get it into the bowl, and then we're going to go ahead and do the same with the other half once we finish the first one. You can see it there. So yeah, second one also hot, same idea. Go ahead and scoop the middle out. You can try to get it all in one big go if you like, but it does not really matter. And just go ahead and get out a good amount of that into the bowl. Now, from here, you can kind of see what I'm doing. I've got a couple more of these that I need to do as well. So I'm going to go ahead from here and speed through the rest of these and give you a bit of music while I do so, and then I'll be right back with you. Two bowls of filling here, both ready to go. Now we're going to do two different fillings. So for the first one, we're going to take a couple decent spoons of sour cream and go ahead and scoop those into our potato. Okay, one big spoon. And into the potato it goes. We've got some pre-chopped chives. I'm going to throw those in as well. And thankfully here, the one benefit of doing the voiceover after the fact is that you will not hear all of the screeching of the bowl as the spoon hits it. I've also, as you can see, there got some crispy onions that I'm going to throw in there for a bit of texture, a bit of crunch, and all of that's going to get mixed in, and that potato is going to basically turn into like a mashed potato with these extra bits included in with it. And that's, for the filling, all you need to really do for the first one. So as you can see here, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give that a really good stir up. Turn it basically into mash. And then it's going to get scooped into the potato skins. Don't hesitate to go ahead and fill them up to a good bit of overflowing. And you may still have a little bit of mixture left. It's always the case that whenever you scoop some out and then you add to it, you're going to have a little bit more than you need sometimes. So as you can see, I've left a little bit in the bowl there, but not much. And actually, there we are. I go ahead and pile it on top. Throw those into the pan, ready to go. From there, I'll go ahead and clean up my spoon, and we'll move on to the next filling. Okay, next up, bowl number 2, we're going to add some shredded cheese. Now, this cheese is a mix of cheddar and mozzarella. If you follow Joanne's channel as well, I will put a link to that one up above. You will probably have seen a few days ago the video where she got her new food processor. So we've done all of that in a house, which is why it's all just in normal bags. I'm going to throw in some bacon bits as well with that. And to kind of take the place of the sour cream, I'm just going to throw some mayonnaise into this one. Now here you will see that I'm going to struggle a bit because the mayonnaise is nearly empty. And in just a second I will cut over and start and basically I'll take a moment and go grab another bottle of mayo because that one is done for. So yeah, here we go. I am back. Fresh bottle of mayo. Throw some of that in. And then, as before, all of that's going to get stirred in together and mixed really well until you have a nice kind of soft mashed potato texture with all of your fillings. So there we are. And once you've got all of your fillings, those will then go into the potatoes just like before. So you can see here I am kind of going through, and I had a few of the bigger chunks in this bowl, so I'm mashing those up and just making really sure that they have a good texture to them, that they're not just big chunks of potato. You want to get that filling mixed into all of them nice and well. Alright, we are out at the grill now. It is hot and ready. We've got our venison steaks here. Now, I've prepped these with just a mixture of a little bit of salt and a bit of the Tony's Cajun seasoning that I've showed you before. I know that I normally say that if I'm doing something that's a bit different, I normally just salt and pepper so that I don't cover up the taste of the meat. With venison, though, it's something that I have been eating all my life, and so I'm quite familiar with the taste of it, and I know that it can handle that flavor, so I went ahead and put it on there. I've also thrown the potatoes on the grill as well, and we're going to go ahead and give that about 2 minutes before we check it here. And as you can see there, it's not taking long at all for those steaks to color up in this thing. This Ninja wood fire is very quick. We're going to go ahead and flip them, give them about another 2 to 3 minutes on the other side. And we are back now to check on that. And those steaks are ready to come off now. So we're going to go ahead and pull those. And we're going to leave them for about 5 minutes to rest. While they're resting, we're going to leave the potatoes in there and let them continue cooking. Five minutes on, and we're going to go ahead and pull those potatoes off the grill as well. And from there, we will head on over to the table and have a look. Here we are now at the table. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those venison steaks and go ahead and let you see how it's done. Now, you will have noticed, possibly whenever I put these steaks in, that one of them was a bit thinner than the other. So, one of these is cooked to medium rare, which is this one you got here. As you can see, it is still very juicy and ready. And then the other one that was a bit thicker, stayed a little bit more rare. That's the one I was going to go for and give Joanne the medium one. So yeah, Joanne did join me out here for the food for our lunch, and unfortunately this audio was lost as well. So Joanne here was a little bit surprised, I believe, because I actually was eating the sour cream and chive potatoes. Now, chives are not normally one of my favorite foods, and nor is sour cream, but surprisingly, when you put them both in a twice-baked potato, they turn out pretty good. Joanne also, I believe here, unfortunately you missed the number of jokes she made at me in regards to the fact that this is the first time I've had her back on since I got her to try the horse steak. So yeah, that took a little bit of getting over for her, unfortunately. Now, she did comment on here basically that she did enjoy both the sour cream and chive and the bacon and cheese potatoes. She also did very much enjoy the venison steak. She commented on the crust that the steak formed in a very short amount of time, the spice, and the tenderness of the meat. We also, unfortunately, did not get the audio on the conversation here because we also had a conversation about the leanness of deer or of venison. It is naturally a very lean meat, so if you are looking to have a very flavorful steak that does not have as much fat as beef, for example, it is a very good choice. Now then, if you've stayed with us this long, you'll find me back in the kitchen, and earlier in the video I did mention that you would have a little bit of filling left over whenever you made those potatoes, and I did say that we would find something to do with it. So what we've got here is I have taken the extra bits of each of the fillings and I have basically pressed them into a kind of a flattened little ball with a spoon. So there you've got it there. And if you don't know me very well yet, you can probably guess where this is going. But at this point, I'm going to go ahead and heat up the fryer as my granddaughter tries to sneak into the film at the back there. And there we have it. Basically, tater tots. Basically frying off those little balls of leftover stuff. They are lovely. Now I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for sticking around today, and see you tomorrow.